Hey, what's going on out there? It's the CoolB'more driver coming at you. Today is the 5th of January. I'm actually recapping my day from the 4th of January. So, for those of you who live in the Baltimore area, Maryland area, East Coast, we got a little snow this morning. Schools were closed, so that made it a pretty busy morning. Later on today, I had to take a small break because I had a video teleconference that I had to take care of, that I had to be a part of. For those of you who know that I'm in the military, so I had to do that as well. So I had to cut it off for a little bit. So again, this morning was pretty busy. You know, if it weren't for that break that I had to take, I probably could have made, you know, a couple of dollars more. But I'm satisfied because I still made my minimum goal, which is, you know, $135. I still made that. And on top of, you know, going over my minimum goal the day before yesterday and hitting 170 and some change, that actually put me about $56 ahead of where I wanted to be. So between the 2 days, I am extremely happy of the progress that I have, and again, it put me ahead of where I wanted to be. So that, you know, that's always a good thing, staying ahead of your goals. So that way, if, you know, if there's a day, hey, I might be a little tired, or, you know, I have some family things I got to take care of. Hey, you know, I can, you know, cut it off maybe a half a day because I am ahead of those goals. But I don't want to make a habit of that because there is an overall end of month goal that I have, and I want to make sure that I am meeting and exceeding that goal. So far, so good. Absolutely happy with my progress. I think I got $3 worth of tips today, so you know, not a bad day for a slow day. So I truly hope that everybody who was out there driving today, that not only did you have a fruitful day and you met your goals, but you also did it safely. There were still some roads that I noticed that were kind of covered today, mostly back roads, you know, apartment complexes. And you just took your time driving, you know, stayed warm, stayed hydrated, and, you know, got your customers safely where they needed to be. So the one lesson that I guess you could say I learned, or that I kept going, is that, you know, after I had my video or my teleconference today, I was about $40 shy of my goal. So the one thing I did was I took a look at GridWise and looked to see what was coming in at the BWI airport. And between 10 and 12, there was about, I'd say between two flights that came in, probably about 2,500 passengers or so. So, you know, I sat at the lot. The first ride that I got was an Amtrak ride, and it was a ride just down the street to one of the hotels. So, of course, I doubled back, got back into the queue, and hey, you know what? It paid off, because my next ride was a ride not quite to DC, but it was enough to get me a lot closer to my goal than I thought I would get. So I got about a $32 ride there from the BWI down into close to Silver Spring. And you know, when I looked at it, I made my dollar amount goal as far as, you know, I wanted to make $300. I wanted to be at $300 before I closed off the night. But when I looked at my daily goal, I was still short about $3. So, I mean, some people might say, hey, you know, that's greedy or whatever the case may be, but it's my goal. So I went down to Baltimore City by my church, and just kind of sat there, for about 5 minutes, if that, and got a call from and took a young man from from by my church down to the Penn station off of North Charles Street, and that $3 helped me make my goal and my daily goal, and it even exceeded it by about $1 or $2. So may not sound like much, but when you're trying to stay ahead of the game, you know, a few dollars here and a few dollars there adds up. So, you know, don't go out here and try to kill yourself, you know, trying to make $400 and $500 a day or $300-400 a day. Just, you know, set a goal, set a monthly goal, because that's more of a long-term thing. You know, you set that monthly goal. This is what I want to make. I even built a spreadsheet with macros in it, so that way each day I can go in and put in how many rides I did that day, how much I made that day, and it subtracts from my monthly goal, and it subtracts from the minimum rides that I have to have in order to maintain my Uber fuel card, which is 100, and it just goes on from there. And as long as I'm hitting at least 10% of my monthly goal at least every 2 days, I'm good. So I am very satisfied on what I'm doing. You know, so there's some other opportunities that I'm going to talk about that just came available to me. Actually, I signed up for it, and I'm going to be, once I get this opportunity, for some of you have heard of it, it's a program called Get Cargo. So it's essentially a snack box. So you sign up for this program, you get a snack box delivered to you, and customers go onto a website and they buy these products. And all you do is you pull over, you know, once you get the order from the customer, you pull over to the side of the road, you know, or someplace safe, or even at the end of the ride, whatever the case may be. You hand the customer the items, you end your ride or you continue your ride as necessary, and you get a commission out of it. That's essentially the way it works. Now, what type of snacks they have, I'm not sure at this time, so that's why I want to hold off on telling you a lot about this program. But I'm on the VIP list because I signed up so early. So I should be getting my first box probably within the next 3 to 7 days, and I'll find out how it is. So, you know, there's a second video that I'll owe everybody is you know, my upside video, which I probably will do tomorrow sometime, and then the Get Cargo, I'll have a video about that. Excuse me, that was I just turned the corner there. So I'll have a video about that once I receive the box and have my first interaction with my customers with it and see how it goes. So, you know, again, I hope everybody had a good and safe day and a fruitful day. You met your goals, and you are safely home or on your way home, and about to get some rest. So, you know, I want to just send a shout out to Shell. She's been hitting me up quite a bit. I appreciate the comments that you've left me. You know, some good advice that you gave me. So I am definitely going to take your advice and roll with it. It's always good to have somebody watching your back and helping you out. That's what these YouTube videos are all about. You know, YouTube channels are all about. The Facebook group pages for Uber and Lyft and U-Serve drivers are all about. You know, so I am the CoolB'more driver. I just rolled into the crib, so it is time for me to get a rest because I got to be up and at 'em in about 6 hours, 7 hours, maybe get a few rides, and then take my truck in for its routine maintenance, and then I'll be hitting the road again, probably most of the night Friday, since it is going to be there's going to be some people out partying. So this is the CoolB'more driver. I hope everybody had a great and fruitful day. And I'm sorry I didn't say it the other day. I was kind of a little tired, but Happy New Year to everyone. And I hope this New Year is the same, you know, very fruitful, and be safe in everything that you do. CoolB'more driver, I am out of here. Y'all have a good night.